vast expanse of land before you, deer making their way out of the trees, cattle grazing quietly on the land in the background. The sun is setting in the distance, painting the sky a picturesque medley of striking colors and soft waves. Nothing could end a hard day's work better than a scene like this. This setting, the cattle, the hard work, the sunsets, have been a part of my life since I was born. My name is Kassidy L, and I'm a member of the Rosewoods Youth Tribe. I'm 17 years old and currently a senior at Donaldson High School. I'm from Todd County, South Dakota. I'm involved with band, drama, speech, rotary, art guild, and much more besides agriculture. Involvement in agriculture started long before I arrived on Earth. Ranching has been in my family for more than 4 generations. My grandfather and my dad now run a ranch on the Rosewood Indian Reservation. We have around 500 head of cattle that we run on 7,000 acres. It wasn't long after I began to walk that I got to be a part of my family's business of ranching. By the time I was 5, I began to learn how to ride a horse and even have my own bottle calf to feed. A bottle calf is a calf that has lost its mother, or in my case, my cow had twins, and the extra calf has to be fed by a bottle every day because the cow cannot produce enough milk to feed 2 calves. I loved helping my dad with the baby calves, even when the mother cows didn't always like me touching their babies. I remember when I was little, I was the most excited to go out and help my dad. I had a sense of pride knowing that I was helping him, even if I was just handing him the things he needed. As time went on and I got older, I took on more responsibilities on the ranch. I started to help drive cattle to various pastures throughout the year, which we did very often to conserve pasture land. I also helped take calves, give cattle vaccinations to prevent diseases, sort cattle for sale and to wean, and so much more. I got used to coming home from my small country school and immediately running over to the barn to help my dad with whatever activity was going on for the day. My involvement in agriculture didn't stop there, however. Although my family bought a house in town so I could attend school, I still found ways to develop my knowledge of agriculture. High school presented a totally new way to get involved in agriculture, FFA. I knew my dad had been in the organization when he was in high school, but that was the extent of my knowledge. I joined FFA my freshman year of high school, and I quickly learned far more about agriculture than I would have just on the ranch. Not only did I enjoy FFA, I also began to excel at the competitive activities that were part of being an FFA. I learned how to identify grassland plants on the range, called range judging, and I competed at state range judging all 4 years in high school. I gave speeches about agriculture and placed first at graphic design for agricultural communications at the FFA State Convention as a sophomore. To top it off, I received an officer position in our FFA chapter opera team my junior year and my senior year. I went a bit out of my comfort zone and took part in meats evaluation, where you identify different cuts of meat from various meat animals and qualified for state competition. I participated in a food science event and placed first at district competition. I also plan to apply for the FFA state degree, a high honor, this coming spring. FFA gave me a way to still be in the environment that I loved while still living in town. As I continued high school, I started thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. How many college credit classes should I take? Where did I want to go to college? Most importantly, what career did I want to pursue? While I was in junior high, I wanted to become a veterinarian. The work of the vet always fascinated me. How do these professionals know where to put the shots and vaccine? How could they remember all the treatments for diseases in cattle? The vets just seem so cool. In my sophomore year of high school, I started working for a local vet to experience firsthand what being a vet was like. Although I enjoyed learning more about cattle, I quickly realized this was not the career for me. I wanted something more interesting, more exciting that would challenge my intellect. I planned to go to college and major in biochemistry, which is the study of reactions in living organisms. Science has interested me and challenged me since junior high. With a degree in biochemistry, I could perform agricultural research, such as studying food systems to help farmers produce more food. There are many ways I could be involved in agriculture through biochemistry. In my heart, I always knew that I wanted to remain a rancher's daughter. I wanted to grow up, marry that cowboy, and be on the land and with the cattle forever. But in today's world, ranching is becoming less and less of a feasible option. Skyrocketing fuel, land, and equipment prices make ranching and farming nearly impossible. Small family operations are all but extinct as the gap between profit and expenses increases. To be honest, I'm not sure what could fix this predicament. A few solutions would to provide low-interest loans for people interested in a farming or ranching career, or maybe providing grants for agricultural entrepreneurs and making agricultural education more affordable. Farming and ranching aren't the only careers threatened today. The entire agricultural industry is in need of professionals for research, business, environmentalists, and so much more. Most people are unaware of the multitude of agriculture-related careers that exist. In order to get more people involved in agriculture, education is key. Agricultural professionals need to target non-traditional students through workshops and advertising. Organizations could hold job fairs in high schools about agricultural careers. Another idea would be activities and competitions for youth who may not be in 4-H or FFA. Most people don't realize how interesting and rewarding a career in agriculture would be. As the sun sets in my high school years, I realize what I'm going to miss once I go to college. Cows grazing on the pasture, turkeys eating in the front yard, and the gorgeous open sky. I'll miss the old gravel roads, the friendly neighbors, and the warm sun beating down on my face during a long day's work. But no matter where I go, agriculture will be a part of my life. It runs in my veins and will forever be in my heart. Thank you.